everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the NFC Championship Game on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Washington Redskins. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football.
The excitement level around here at a fever pitch as we're underway in the 2020 NFC Championship Game. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. As we take a peek at Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and third pick in the 2018 draft.
Let's go, team. Gonna be a long day offense.
A first down throw, Darnold. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And a quick look now at the offense for the 49ers.
And what a tough environment to roll into. On the road, playing one of the better teams in the league, obviously, because this is the playoffs. So what do teams talk about? Bringing their own momentum, bringing their own energy on the road, because you know you won't get any from the home crowd.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, 49ers. David Johnson, 54 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and it's now a 7-0 game. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's David Johnson who provides the capper as he scores on the touchdown run. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. Leading them out is their 6'2 quarterback who was a 4th-round pick back in 2012, Kirk Cousins.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Now a first carry for their fullback. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on 1st down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage with the big man setting the tone physically.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Now how about that call handed to the big guy in that situation? Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offense coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon.
Well, now a carry here for their fullback. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. And here a look at the offensive starters for the Redskins.
So many weapons on this offense, and we've seen them all season long score from any point on the field. But we all know playoff football comes down to playing smart. The game slows down, and it's harder to move it. So you've got to avoid penalties, avoid turnovers, and not let your emotions get the best of you.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins sliding out of the pocket. This is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the San Fran 20. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Aaron Donald just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game. Yeah,
I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And now a look at the Washington defense.
When Bobby Wagner's career is said and done, people are going to look back and say he was an absolute steal in the NFL draft. A Pro Bowl player for any team.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Off of play action, Darnold. It's complete to Fuller. And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the 38, Darnold. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 21.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
I got one. Switch.
A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. And the 49ers on the defensive side of the football.
Aaron Donald's dimensions were talked about big time when he first entered the league. Many called him undersized. Now they just call him all-pro.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
In your face.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Rolling to his right. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Throwing, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald, his 2nd sack of the night. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down, Darnold. This one complete to Gresham. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
40.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down, San Francisco.
They go quickly here out to Moore. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
We play to win. Let's go.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
You got it.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Play action now. Cousins. They'll roll him out right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And King's got it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better. But that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go. And he's going to go down again.
Good job.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's this out for Matthews, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Getting set to go again, we'll get a peek at Larry Fitzgerald as he heads back out there now. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. Now Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sherman. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports Halftime Report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. On 1st and 10, Cousins again has it complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To the air again, it's Cousins. And he's got Fitzgerald. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Michael Campanaro there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
David Johnson now gears up to help lead this offense back on the field. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Darnold. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Darnold now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. from the gun. And Darnold, he lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Cousins on the keeper. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly. Trying the power game with Ham. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. C.J. Ham taking it in. And the Redskins have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the 2nd quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. He finds Matthews. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, what happened?
Who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the 2nd half now underway in the NFC Championship Game. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's Kirk Cousins now, the centerpiece of our player spotlight. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
And, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Cousins. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
3rd and 1, who you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man, hand him the ball, and let him get upfield and pick up a 1st down.
I'm going to come back.
Cousins on 1st down. And this is caught by Gibb. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Here's Cousins. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. C.J. Ham. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger.
David Johnson on his way. 30. 10, touchdown, 49ers. David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys are back within a single score. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
This fielded at the 2. Oh, what a move. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Watch the out.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Johnson's got it complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give the Redskins 13 there and a 1st down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards that time. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Cousins. And this is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And now let's look at David Johnson. He's closing in on 200 yards on the ground with the 4th quarter still to come. We're in the 3rd. Good shot to get there.
And now he's got to make sure he convinces his coaching staff to leave him out there and keep touching the ball, because when you've had that kind of a day, there is a tendency to think about getting him out and saving some of it. Running backs never like to save yardage.
You know he's tapping his quarterback on the shoulder. I'll take the ball again, please, right?
Not turning down any carries.
The tackle by Tremaine Johnson.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 29, Darnold. He gets this one to Johnson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
54. Oh, you got deep?
One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go, defenses. Get out the field, defense.
On first down, Darnold. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10. Down at the 31. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. David Moore, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up second and 10.
It's just me and you.
To the air again, Darnold. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Well, no Texas start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does he?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
That's to his running back, complete. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. He had it online, gave it a pretty good ride too, but in the end, he's a victim of the crossbar.
And Brandon, you know kickers very well. I bet if we ask him after the game, he'll say he didn't get all of it. We've seen him hit from deeper than this in warm-ups, but here, he's a foot or so from clearing that bar.
10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On the give, this is their fullback. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it second and 12.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. Inside give to Ham, the fullback. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. The offense on third down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here we go.
Give him 6 yards in the first down.
Third and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go. Fourth quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage. They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And the 13-year man puts it through. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Fielded about a yard deep. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Back to throw, Darnold. Sideline throw, that's caught by Moore.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. It's just going to take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Darnold now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. On first and 10, Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be second down. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The busy night continues for Johnson. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here we go, son. Check line 54. Line 54. Time to go, night.
From the 50, it's Darnold. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 38-yard line. Darnold now to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Throwing again on second down. Darnold, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and the Redskins scoop it.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. Leo. Check it back. Get it.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And they take a knee. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. And they'll indeed take a knee. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Washington. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backward. And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. Steps away to his left. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. And for all these guys, whether you're a rookie, a 10-year veteran, there's no feeling like this NFC champs.
And you feel like family. Never at any time do you feel more like family than when you're sharing the joy of being the NFC champs. And now everyone gets to say they're going to the Super Bowl.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.